Okay, video number 2. Yeah, y'all see my arm is in this because my tripod is not working with me. In this video, I'm gonna give you just what I learned recently when it comes to practically renewing your mind. And this is it. It's so simple. A couple weeks ago, I woke up and I was praying to God. No, one night I was praying to God and I was like, God, I just submit myself to you this day. The next day, when I was praying again in the morning, I said, God, I submit myself to you today. And then I had this thought and I was like, wow, yeah, because I submitted myself to you yesterday, but that was for yesterday. I said, now I'm going to submit to you today for today. And the minute I said that, because I was also, reading my Bible, I kind of took a step back and I was like, oh, this is how we can practically renew our mind. Like when we make the intentional decision daily to say, God, I give you myself today for today. Like there's almost this moment where you kind of open up your mind to him. You kind of clear the space for him. And it's such a beautiful thing because when the Bible says, like, don't take a thought for tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough trouble of its own. Like, deal with today. That's literal. Like, that's seriously literal. It's like, yeah, don't be focusing so much on what's tomorrow, but do what you got to do for today. A lot of times when we asking for God's will, it's this like near future thing or this far future thing. God, what's your will for my life? And nothing's wrong with that. But I think when we trying to go through our day to day, the most key thing to do that I've been finding has really helped me is every day giving myself to God for that day, submitting my will for that day, submitting my mind for that day. Like, have you ever asked God, Lord, have your will done today? Like, what is your will for me today? And it was this realization that that's true. You do have a will for me for today. Like, I know you got a will for me generally. You got a purpose for me generally. But there's some things you want done today. If it's rest, if it's get some work done, if it's both, if it's have that conversation, whatever it is, it's like God will be telling you, like, yeah, I know you asking for my will generally for your life, but do I have access to today in your life? And the reason why I think that might be like practically renewing our mind is because at least for a message. Oh, Jesus, why are I still on this person thing? Oh, help me, Jesus. You know when you thought you come out of WhatsApp, but you won't come out of WhatsApp and you still in the person chat? Oh, Lord. Anyway, let me just let that be. At least for me, that helped because in my mind, I felt like I made space for God for that day. Like when you come out of bed and you say, good morning, Jesus. And you say, God, as I coming out my bed, I give you this day. And you take time to just go on your knees. And I'm still like, I'm not perfect at this either, y'all. Sometimes God be convicting me like, where you going with that little 2-second prayer? But sometimes it's just about like putting your phone down for a second and saying, I was just about to open Instagram, but hold on, Jesus, let me give you what is due unto you. Like, I was about to go see who messaged me last night, but hold on, Jesus, let me give unto you what is due. Because you're responsible for waking me up this morning. Because your life sustains me. Your breath is in my lungs. Ain't nobody on my phone breath in my lungs. Ain't nobody else paying my bills. Ain't nobody else have the whole of my life in the palm of their hand. So it's like when we recognize who God is in our life and the role he has in our life, we can experience his abundance if we just make space for him. And that will often take you to studying the Bible, reading the word, having some more prayer time. When you just take a minute and just be quiet, be still and know that God is God, then he will start to put things on your mind to pray for. Suddenly someone on your heart, you got to pray for them. Suddenly you was thinking about praying about the opportunity. Suddenly you start thinking, well, that's true, God. I don't know if this friend is right for me. Like, can I pray to you about this? Show me this person's heart for me. So that's all I want to encourage you guys with today. In this second video is renewing your mind daily just looks like giving God you daily. Giving him your mind, your heart, and space to just move how he wants to on that day for you. I pray that this blesses you and encourages you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!